Welcome to Module 7 of the Money Frequency Master Course. My name is Bongani. In Module 7, we are going to be looking at secrets, steps, and keys for success. The objective of this module is to explore the unique features of the kingdom and their impact on your life and your finances. Now, in part 1, we will be focused on the 24 secrets for success. Now, the first secret for success is that success is progressive. It's not necessarily a destination. Earl Nightingale describes success as the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Les Brown describes success as finding something you love to do and getting people to pay you to do that which you love to do. Now, whichever of those two definitions you align with really does not matter. But I need for you to understand that success is progressive. Now, Earl Nightingale says you can only arrive at one destination at a time. So your overall long-term goal might be to become a billionaire. But how do you then become a billionaire? There must be steps you take to becoming a billionaire. So have short-term goals as much as you have a long-term goal. But let the short-term goals align with the long-term goals. Let it be a build-up. Remember that you can only enter one door at a time. So do not have two contradicting goals, because you can only pursue one goal successfully. The other one you will neglect. So it is progressive. So that means set long-term goal and have short-term goals that take you to that long-term goal. Number 2, remember that capacity outweighs prayer and desire. So you do not necessarily get in life what you pray for or what you ask for, even though the Bible tells us that God answers every prayer. But the reality is that even though all prayers are answered, the manifestation of that which you have prayed for only comes based on your ability, your capacity to handle what you have asked for. So you may by all means pray that you want to be a millionaire, but you do not become a millionaire because you have prayed to be a millionaire. You become a millionaire based on the capacity you have to handle the millions. So remember that personal development is key to any form of success, because personal development means that you are increasing your capacity to handle. And the more you desire, the more stress, the more challenges you'll have. But the stress and the challenges do not come to hinder you, but they come to stretch your capacity. They come to help you grow so that you can handle that which you have asked for. Number 3, remember that indecision is a decision. So the failure to come to a decision is a decision on its own. And the results will not be favorable in that instance. So never be an undecided person. You want to make sure that you are a person who always comes to conclusions at all times. Because if you do not, you become a drifter. That means that life takes you where life wants to take you, but you do not actually lead, but you become a follower. You become a supporting cast in your own script. Number 4, remember that indiscipline is a discipline. Some people are so disciplined at being indisciplined. So discipline is a choice, but remember that indiscipline is also a discipline on its own. So do not become so disciplined at being indisciplined. Why? Because when you are indisciplined, you become a drifter, and drifters never achieve a desired outcome. They get out of life whatever life throws at them. So if you want to make sure you always get what you desire from life, you need to have discipline. And discipline is actually one of the fruits of the Spirit. So as a believer, you need to understand how important discipline is. Remember that success is a choice, but so is failure. But a lot of us choose failure unknowingly, or we don't even realize that we have chosen failure. Success on its own is a choice. Remember that success is not the possession of money, but the possession of money is a result of success. So you are not successful because you are earning money. You earn money because you are successful. Remember also that success is predictable, but so is failure. You can predict success just as much as you can predict failure. If you are not putting in an effort, then automatically you become a failure. It's easy to predict that. But if you are consistently putting in an effort, your success is predictable. Why? Because success is a matter of mathematical certainty and is dependent on laws. You will reap what you sow, the law of cause and effect. So if you are sowing, you are going to reap. It's not that life likes you. It's not that God favors you. But the reality is that once a law is put into practice, the law is responsible for yielding results. Remember that success is not money, but it's character. Like I said earlier, you do not earn money because, earning money is not a result of success. What am I saying? This concept can be very confusing. You are not regarded as successful because of the money you earn. You earn money because you are successful. So that means that success comes before the money. Success is character. It's not the money you earn. Money does not define success. Success is what defines money. And remember this, spiritual laws eliminate hard work. Bob Proctor said his life changed the day he realized that he did not need to work hard. He just needed to learn a specific set of spiritual laws and let the laws do the work. You do your part, but everything else is dependent on the laws. So when you know the laws, you can proactively get the laws to work in your favor. So the laws, they help eliminate the hard work. I don't consider this to be hard work, but it is work at some point. But I enjoy this type of work. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy sharing such content. Yes, I may do it for 12 hours of the day because I'm trying to get to a deadline. But that's okay. But I don't consider it hard work. Hard work is someone who's literally doing manual labor in this heat. Just imagine. That's hard work. And the hardest working people are the least rewarded people. But when you do what you love, it's not necessarily hard work. Remember that solid relationships outweigh money. It can be your love life, it can be friendships. Solid relationships are more important than money. In fact, be willing to lose money but not lose relationships. With the right people in your life, you can always rebuild. With the right spouse, you can lose everything and get everything back. Remember that tests always precede testimonials. You can never have a testimony unless you have been tested. Testimonials are byproducts of tests. For you to testify, there must be a test. But the sad reality is that tests are never easy and tests are never comfortable. But the reality is that they come to prepare a testimony. So whenever you are tested, rejoice because you understand that that means a testimony is on its way. Even the Bible says so. And remember that fasting is key to breaking habits, not just to spiritual growth, but to breaking habits. Breaking habits is dependent on fasting. Why? Because fasting food or fasting entertainment means that you are breaking a habit that you are used to. So start small. It can be a half a day fast. It can be a full day fast. It can be a 3-day fast, it can be a 7-day fast, whatever you can handle. But it helps you build habits and break old habits. Remember that your mind is your only enemy. Les Brown says, if there is no enemy within, the enemy out there can't do you no harm. So your biggest enemy right now is the one within you, not the devil out there, not your opposition, not your friends who gossip you and plan your demise, but you are your own worst enemy. Remember to protect your subconscious mind at all cost. Why? Because the subconscious mind is regarded as the realm of cause. The cause of what? The cause of whatever is going on in your life. The Bible says, guard your heart. But we understand that when the Bible refers to a heart in that instance, it is referring to your subconscious mind, not your organ that pumps blood. Because the Bible tells us why you need to guard your heart. It says that because the issues of life flow from there. So the issues of your life, they flow from your heart. So that means guard your heart. Watch the things you consume. Now we reprogram our subconscious mind by continuously exposing ourselves to the same things over and over. So never expose yourself to things you don't want to become a part of your life to end up developing habits in you. Watching pornography over and over gets you addicted to pornography, which will lead to masturbation. So watch the things you consume over and over. Remember that pain and failure are opportunities. You see, pain and failure never comes unless there's an opportunity behind it. An opportunity to get to the next level, an opportunity to stretch your capacity. But every time there's failure, every time there's pain, it is hiding an opportunity. So what you have to do is ask yourself, why is this happening now and what can I do with this? When your spouse divorces you, what can you do with such a terrible situation? Well, now you have extra time to work on things that you actually enjoy. Now you have time to study and focus because you've got no more distractions. So there's always an opportunity hidden behind pain or misfortune. Remember that fear is always imagined but never real. You see, in most cases, we fear the constructs of our own mind. Because once you are in the situation, adrenaline kicks in and fear must exit. It's a fight or flight situation. But while you are fighting, fear tends to exit from you. So in most cases, we become anxious. Why? Because we create some constructs in our mind and we allow them to influence how we feel today, right now. You fear losing all your savings because you are currently unemployed. But you have not lost all your savings. Once you have lost your savings, then it's no longer fear, it's reality. So now you decide, do I fight or do I flight? Remember that depression is a sign of living in the past. All depression signifies is that you are failing to let go of things that have already occurred. So it means that you are living in the past, but the reality is that the past cannot be changed. So why dwell in it? If your spouse dumps you or divorces you, you cannot change the act that has already happened. You can choose how you respond to it. So remember that by dwelling in the past, you are intentionally choosing to be depressed. So let go of the things you cannot change and focus on what you can change. And remember that anxiety is a sign of an imagined future outcome. We get anxious by imagining tomorrow. The Bible says in the book of Matthew 6, I believe it's verse 25, do not worry about what to eat, where to sleep, and what to wear. The Bible tells us that our Father knows that we need these things. So the Bible goes on to tell us that it is pointless to worry about tomorrow because you cannot do anything by worrying. You cannot change anything by worrying. And the Bible tells us that don't worry about tomorrow because tomorrow will have enough of its own worries. So we become anxious by worrying about things that have not happened yet. Excuse me a second while I mute this. Thank you. Now, also remember, how is not your concern, it's God's. How things are going to happen in your life has got nothing to do with you. When they are going to happen has nothing to do with you. All you have to do is do your part. All I have to do is sit and record this specific course and upload it. How many people sign up, I cannot influence. Yes, I can try by marketing it more, but you can never guarantee how things are going to happen. So how is God's business, it's not yours. So you need to focus on your part. What is it that you need to do now? So do what you need to do and leave the how to God. How it happens, you can't influence. And remember this, no one owes you anything in this life. Absolutely no one. You are on your own. You are your own backup plan. There is no other backup plan. You have your own back. So never forget this. No one owes you anything. No one owes you a favor. No one owes you loyalty. You owe you loyalty. You owe you discipline. Never expect a free meal. In fact, despise a free meal. Run from a free meal because no one owes you anything. Maybe the people who owe you things are your parents because they brought you to life. But once you become independent, once you become an adult over the age of 18, no one owes you anything. Remember that nothing can change before you change. All change, even external change, is dependent on your change. Nothing changes until you change. When you start shifting your mindset, when you start changing your attitude, then life will change around you. When you start respecting yourself some more, then the people who disrespect you will swiftly move away from you. When you start loving yourself some more, the people who don't love you will be repelled. So nothing in life changes until we change. You want to change your finances, you must change. Your employer doesn't have to give you a raise. When you think that getting a raise at work will change your finances, you are mistaken. Because the reality is, whatever you are earning is enough. You are just misusing it. That's why you don't have enough. You are living beyond your means. So that means even if they can add to whatever it is that you are earning, you will get more debts to add on top. Why? Because now you can afford to add more of the things you can't afford. So nothing changes in life until you change. And remember to choose discipline over motivation. This means that you need to be mindful of the fact that discipline is what keeps you going. Motivation is what gets you started. You cannot rely on what gets you started. Always choose discipline over motivation, because motivation will get you started, but it won't get you going. It won't keep you going. Only discipline will keep you going. And remember that there is no shortcut to success. There's only one path to success, and it's the only one. When you want to succeed, you get knowledge. You apply the knowledge. You wait for the results. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs, in all you're getting, get wisdom. And though it costs you everything, you must get understanding. So what is wisdom? Wisdom is the application of knowledge. So how does wisdom and understanding relate? Remember this. You cannot apply what you do not understand. So where does knowledge come in? You cannot understand what you do not know. So first you start by doing what? Learning. After that, what do? You apply what you have learned. But you can't apply until you understand. So there's knowledge, there's wisdom, there's understanding. Remember that everything is collaborating for your success. Like literally everything. Your failure today in that business is collaborating for your greater success. Your failure is redirection. Your failure is just signifying that the path you were on is not right. Yes, you had hopes. Yes, you had everything banking on this. Yes, you lost your house. Maybe losing your house is motivation to work harder, to start working on yourself. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you depended too much on your job. And then because God realized that you depended too much on your job, he took the job away. So now you are forced to do what? Make other plans. So everything is collaborating for your good. Whether it's a loss, whether it's rejoicing, whether it's pain, whether it's opportunities. The Bible says in Romans 8:28, in all things, he works together for the good of those who love him and those who are called according to his purpose. And the last secret for success that you need to remember is that it is darkest before sunrise. Right now, you might be at the darkest moment of your life. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. It doesn't seem like there is hope anywhere. But that is the time when the sun is about to rise. Remember that the thief may seem like he's winning in the middle of the night, but he cannot carry on with his actions once the sun rises. He has to flee. But remember that the sun rises after the darkest hour of the night. So you may be down and out right now, feeling like this is it. No more hope. That's when the sun is about to rise. Now, I hope that has been useful to you, and I hope that you'll be able to apply these 24 secrets for success. Thank you so much.